Hi, everyone. Okay, let's see if this worked on Facebook. Hey. All right. We're getting onto Facebook. This is good. Going live. Okay. Let's see if it worked. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing? Just waiting for the Facebook group to start. It said that it's starting. I guess it takes a moment. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing well today. We're going to be talking about schedules, guys. We're going to be talking about how to make things happen with your schedule. It's not going to take that long. Still waiting on Facebook. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It says it's live. Connect streaming software. Yep, it's all connected. I don't know what else to do. Okay. I'm just going to start here and we'll wait. It's going to happen or not happen on my Facebook group. Okay, so welcome everybody. I hope you're having a good day. Today, we're going to be talking about something that I hear all the time, that things don't happen. You have an idea in your mind of making something happen. You've got a very busy day and things drop off it all the time. And for me, one of the first things that I learned about getting things done is that it's got to be in your schedule. So I know maybe to some of you that seems like painfully obvious, but it's not to everybody. And this is some of the reasons I hear. I hear that people don't put things in their schedule because they'll remember it. I'm going to remember it. It's very obvious. How can I forget that thing? And then sure enough, by the end of the day, they've forgotten it. And then they go, oh, I forgot the thing, right? So another one is I need flexibility. So a lot of times people think if they have a schedule or they put something in their schedule that somehow it's going to block their creativity or flexibility, that it's going to distract them, it's going to regiment them, it's going to put them in a box. And I totally understand that, especially for people who are highly creative. But I'm telling you, when you have a schedule that's done the right way, it actually enhances your creativity, because what you will find is you're going to actually have more room to do that creative stuff that you want to do. And when you don't have a schedule, then things drop off and priority things don't happen. The other reason I hear from people who don't write things down in their schedule is, I don't want to waste my time writing stuff. I got too many things to do, which I totally get. That makes a lot of sense. And I would say the counterintuitive part of this is, if you actually take the time, which doesn't take that long at all, to write stuff in your schedule, you're less likely to miss stuff. You're going to have more time. You're going to have priorities now. So you actually, at the end of the day, go, I got everything done that I really wanted to get done. That's a priority. And now I have this extra time. And then let me see if there's any other reasons. I have too much to do to put it on my schedule. So anyway, there's a lot of reasons why people don't put stuff on their schedule, but I'm telling you now the benefits of putting things in your schedule. And a lot of times people have the reason because they're not putting stuff in their schedule in a way that's going to give them more time. So I have some tips for you and some examples. So I had some clients, some mom clients who, like I said, were highly creative. They like to be spontaneous. They had a really active imagination. And one of the things they complained about is that they didn't get everything done that they wanted to get done in their day. And I said, well, how do you make your schedule? And they say, well, I don't really have a schedule. And so then I talked about schedules, and they go, I don't want to be hemmed in by a schedule. Like, there's too much structure. I don't feel like I can be creative. But if you can construct your schedule in a way that works for you, you're actually going to be more free to be creative, because you're going to get the stuff that you need to get done to free you and unburden you to do those creative things. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. I'm going to see if Facebook's not doing it. Okay, we're going to keep going. So here are some ways that you can create your schedule so it works for you. One is, don't schedule too much. When I first started making schedules for myself, I put so many things on the schedule. It was like I took my whole to-do list for the week or the year, and I tried to fit it in Monday. And guess what? Didn't work very well. I got a few things done, but most of the things I didn't. So I ended the day feeling like I didn't get much done. That is what it does to your mind when you do that. If you schedule too much in your day, it immediately raises the bar to a level that you're never going to reach. And then you're going to fall short, and then you're going to focus on how you're falling short. And I see women do that in all sorts of ways. Men do it too, but I focus on women and moms. So the first rule, or the first guideline to have a schedule that at the end of the day you're going to feel successful with, is to not schedule too much. Now, what is too much? Very individual. For some people, in general, I would say, in terms of tasks, don't schedule more than 3, 4, 5 max, depending on how long these tasks take. You have to be really honest with yourself. What do you think you can really get done? And what is your mythical part of your mind saying that you're going to get 50 things done? So less than 50, I would say, right? So schedule the things that are priorities, that are important to you, that are meaningful to you, that you know you're going to be able to get done. And sometimes it's going to take experimentation as well. It's going to take you some time over the week or 2 weeks to realize what is over the line in terms of time and effort and concentration, and what's a good sweet spot. You want a schedule where the amount and the time to do things gives you some buffer, is in a sweet spot, and at the end of the day, you're not exhausted and drained, but maybe you've like pushed yourself a little bit, but you feel like, wow, that was great. I got it done. I feel good about it. It feels like a win. So you want it to feel like a win. You want to feel like you're winning at this thing. That breeds more success. When you succeed at the little things, you can build on that. You want the rungs of the ladder to be short, to be close enough that you can climb it over long periods of time, and not like big ones all the time that you're going to exhaust it after 1 or 2. Does that make sense? Let me know. Okay, when you watch this, let me know. Okay. The other thing I want to say, besides don't schedule too much and figure out what too much is for you, is give yourself breaks. And I would say one step further, schedule yourself breaks. What do I mean by that? Well, do you schedule lunch? That's one of the ones I had to learn fairly early on, especially as a mother of young children, when I was doing all things all the time. And we had an au pair. We were fortunate enough to have an au pair living with us. And the au pair had to point out to me that I didn't schedule lunch for myself. I had lunch for the kids. I didn't have lunch for myself. So I had a 22-year-old telling me that she's more wise than me, which was true, on scheduling lunch. So schedule lunch. If you're working the evening, schedule dinner. Schedule downtime. Schedule a tea break, a coffee break, a bathroom break, whatever you need. Some people have different styles. Some people are fine with doing different types of activities in the day. Some need a one project focus for a long period of time. It really depends on you. But even if you do one thing, say all morning, you need to take breaks, little mental breaks, because you're just not going to do as well when you try to push it over a certain amount of time. And if you want to do more research on this, there's something called the Pomodoro method, which is certain blocks of time where you take 5-minute breaks. They've done a lot of work on that, and it works really well for a lot of people. You can look up Pomodoro. Okay, you ready for number 3? So don't do too much and you'll figure that out. Give yourself breaks, schedule the lunch, schedule the breaks. Here's the next one. Do your best. That's it. You know, when they say just do your best, it's true. Just do your best. You're not Superwoman, okay? You're a human being. Do your best. Let go of the rest. And if you need to reschedule something, reschedule it. So that's why scheduling is so helpful, is that it shows you where you're going over the possibilities of what you're able to accomplish in a day. It allows you to reschedule those things so that you don't lose track of them. So in other words, you put it in your schedule, you're going through it, and maybe there's some things you just don't get to, even on the, you're doing your best, something comes up, an emergency, it happens. Then you don't lose that item. You go, oh, that didn't happen. Let's reschedule it. The other thing is, and I didn't even put it here, but it just came to my mind. So if you have a priority thing that you really need to get done, make it earlier in the day. Make it at a time of day where you're fresh and you have room in case there's something that interferes. To me, it's the beginning of the day. And my day in terms of work usually starts around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I have other things I do in the early morning that fulfill me, and we're going to talk about that at another time. So when you're fresh, when you've got energy, put the priority items there and get them done. And maybe you won't do the whole priority item. Maybe you have to cut it up into little pieces depending on what it is. But if you can't get something done, reschedule it as soon as possible. Sometimes what I do is if I have my priority and extra priority things, I want to make sure I get them done that day or by the end of the week. I will put that in the day schedule. And then just in case, I will put it at the end of week schedules too. I have a whole list of things that I want to get done for the week. I will reiterate it there just as sort of a safety valve to go, okay, where can I reschedule that in my week to make sure I get it done? Here's another one. When you get something done, oh my gosh, check it off. This, to me, is one of the biggest dopamine hits that I have, is checking off when I've got something done. Workout done, check. Sometimes I report it to someone else. That's another big dopamine hit for me. I know what motivates me. It's checking it off and talking about it. So for instance, I'm really getting back into my exercise schedule. I want to support myself as much as possible. I put the workout in my schedule. I check it off, and then I text my friend group and I say, workout done. And that gives me the confirmation, the recognition, the acknowledgement that I did this thing that I promised to do for myself that's good for me. And it gives me an extra reward with it. It reinforces the habit that I am trying to instill. Keeps me going. That's the power of a schedule. And that could be for anything. It was a project. It's a difficult phone call. It's a, I want this, but I'm a little afraid event. Put it in your schedule, do it, check it off, celebrate, report it, whatever you need to do that gives you that good feeling inside that says, yes, you can build on that. And that leads me to number 5, which is celebrate. Celebrate in the way that feels good to you. For some people, it's a dance. Sometimes I put music on. Sometimes my celebration is taking a walk and have a conversation, reporting to my kids, reporting to my husband, whatever it takes for you to celebrate. To you, it could be sitting, feeling satisfied with a cup of tea, whatever it is for you. So let me know what you think of these ways to make your schedule work for you and why schedules are really helpful. If you have another way that works really well for you, please let me know. I want to know what works for you. But if things aren't working for you, please consider these reasons to put things in your schedule to get them done. And my request to you today is, if you are not already on Facebook and you are on, like, if you're not in the group, come to my Facebook group. If you're on Facebook, it's called Calm Mom Alliance. I'll put the link below. Please join us if you're a professional mom and you're needing some support, some community, some people to say, I got it done. Some support around, how do I make a schedule that works for me? How do I actually get things done? How do I stop? How do I get off the hamster wheel? How do I get more balance? How do I feel better about myself? How do I stop apologizing? How do I stop beating myself in my head? Come to our group, because it takes a village to support a mom. And you're that important that you need that support. And you get to support other moms. So come to the Calm Mom Alliance if you're not already in there. And if you're already in there, you can go to my website and get my free gift, which is a rapid stress reliever. Now, the rapid stress reliever teaches you how to breathe so that your physiology calms down. And I tell you, I use it all the time. It really helps. It takes seconds, if not minutes, if not seconds. And it's really been a game changer for me. I know that being a professional mom can be really hard, because I am one. And definitely at times it can suck, but it also can be one of the best adventures of your life. And your life as a professional mom gets way better when you befriend and believe in yourself, have a supportive community, and you can laugh at what usually drives you crazy, because you're worth it. So here's to you. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next Thursday. Hopefully I'll finally get into the Facebook group live streaming, but don't worry, I'll get it in there. And I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.